Welcome back to the second module of this course. In this second module, we will introduce the Enterprise Big Data Framework. The Enterprise Big Data Framework is a holistic model that integrates the critical capabilities organizations need to become data-driven. But before we dive into the model itself, let's review the learning objectives of this module. In the second module, the Enterprise Big Data Framework is the main topic of discussion. We will introduce the structure and key capabilities of the framework itself. And we will, of course, also focus on why the framework was created. In the second part of this module, we will focus on the practical use of the framework. How can organizations adopt and adapt the framework? How can you make it practical? And most importantly, how does it bring value to an organization? Let's dive right in and see what the Enterprise Big Data Framework is all about. The Enterprise Big Data Framework is a vendor-independent capability model that helps organizations become data-driven. The framework was developed in 2018 by Jan Willem Middelburg, who experienced many organizations struggling to get value from their big data. His book, The Enterprise Big Data Framework, outlines 30 capabilities and 180 questions that organizations can use to measure and improve their data capabilities. In the second part of this module, we will discuss in more detail how the Enterprise Big Data Framework can be used, but let's first look at the framework structure. The Enterprise Big Data Framework is a structured approach with 6 core capabilities. These capabilities are the essential elements that organizations need to consider in order to obtain long-term value from their data. By measuring and improving each of these capabilities, organizations can ensure that they have a well-rounded approach to big data and can effectively handle large amounts of data. The framework provides a structured and organized way for organizations to approach big data, maximize its potential, and move toward a data-driven enterprise. Each of the 6 core capabilities we have seen on the previous slide can be subdivided into a number of micro-capabilities. In total, the framework describes 30 micro-capabilities that will help organizations to measure and identify their improvement efforts. In this introductory course, we will primarily focus on the 6 core capabilities of the framework. Still, it is good to know that the entire framework is more detailed and comprehensive. Now that you have seen the 6 core elements of the framework and its 30 micro-capabilities, you might ask yourself, why use a framework? And what is the benefit of using a capability model? Let's answer these questions in more detail. First of all, the primary reason for using a framework is that it provides structure. And especially for large organizations, a sound structure is easy to comprehend and control. Secondly, frameworks are generic enough so that organizations can customize the framework to their needs. As such, it does not really matter which industry an organization is in or which technology they use. Every organization, regardless of size or industry, can use parts of the framework. And last but not least, the Enterprise Big Data Framework is structured as a capability model. Every organization can determine how capable they want to be in an area and can structure their efforts and improvement programs accordingly. In summary, we could say that the Enterprise Big Data Framework provides organizations with a vendor-independent, structured approach to building data-driven capabilities. We could summarize the benefits of the framework in 5 key points. The Big Data Framework provides a structure for organizations that want to start with big data or to move towards a data-driven organization. Because the Enterprise Big Data Framework is a capability model, it focuses on all organizational aspects. Not just the technology but also processes, knowledge, and skills. At the same time, the framework is vendor-independent. It can be applied to any organization regardless of the choice of technology, specialization, or tools. As we have seen on the previous slides, the framework is structured in detail into many micro-capabilities. As such, it provides a common reference model that can be used across departmental functions or country boundaries. And last but not least, capabilities are measurable. The Enterprise Big Data Framework can be used to develop organizations over longer periods of time. In the following video lecture, we will explain in more detail how the framework can be used in practice.